Hey everyone, it's Allison here from Ladner Village Arts and Crafts, and I thought I would share how I'm going to be documenting my December this year and what products I'm going to be using. As you can see from what's in front of me, I am going to be using predominantly Vicki Boutin's Evergreen Holly line, and you have the entire line in the store, which is kind of exciting. And then I'm going to go through the products, and then we're going to do a little bit of prep work. Okay, so a little background information on the process of documenting December and why I do it. It started many years ago following Ali Edwards' December Daily, and she does a whole lot of prep work. Like, she basically sort of pre-does most of the days. And I started off doing that, and then that kind of got a little bit too much for me. And I like to have a little more flexibility as each day sort of transpires. So I have started only prepping my album, which is what we're going to do today, like the front cover, which is what we're going to do today. And as an example, I thought I would show you. This is my 2020 album cover. So this is a Simple Stories Snap album, the 6x8 album. And typically I will decorate the front cover in and use the sort of, this will set the theme, I guess, of what products are going to be used and the color scheme and all this kind of stuff. And then inside each page is very different. Clearly, I haven't even finished this one. But yeah, for many years I have purchased a kit of supplies that Chamel Lane puts together. I'm not doing this year because we brought in the Evergreen and Holly line to the store, and as soon as I saw Vicki's reveal video for this line, I was like, yep, that's what I'm using. It's beautiful. And just before you think that I am a wonderful scrapbooker and do this every year, this is 2020, which I finished towards the end of 2021. This is 2021's album. I have one page. Yeah. So yeah, I'm not exactly perfect, put it that way. Okay, so the album I'm going to be using is this one. This is Vicki's Evergreen and Holly album. It's 6x8. It is quite a bit thicker. Let me just bring that other one back in for a second, so you can see the difference here. So I can really fill that up if I can. And also, if I don't end up creating a lot of pages this December, because who knows how this December is going to go, I'm okay with actually using this for 2 years. So I am going to put the year on the front cover. So if I end up using it for 2 years, I'll just add 2023 on there. Okay, when you buy this, you get all these pages inside. So a lot of them are almost done for you, or you just need to add things. I love this. I briefly talked about buying supplies from Chamel Lane. She also does a Journal Your Christmas, which is a way of telling stories, both from present Christmases and relating back to previous Christmases. And one of the prompts is always to write down, like do a calendar of events, like what's coming up, what you're looking forward to, that kind of thing. So this is perfect for that. So these are just some of the other pages, notes, and you can sprinkle these throughout your other pages with like photos and whatnot. And that's what I will be doing for sure. I just love the graphics. I love the graphics in this entire line. Vicki's style tends to be a little bit more distressed than what I normally do, but I just love this line. And then at the back, you have got several pocket pages. And then I know I have a stash of other pocket pages that will fit this album, so I'm not that worried about it. Okay, what else have I purchased for myself? These are the chipboard numbers. So I'm going to use these on each of my numbered pages. this will add a nice consistent element throughout the whole album. I mean, using the same products adds that as well, but these are fun, sort of puffy shakers. I hope the camera's picking that up. The little glitters are shaking around. I'm gonna go ahead and open all the packaging because I don't need to keep the packaging anymore. So just pardon the noise for a minute. So that's what these look like. So they're puffy. I love the little jars and the little sequins inside shake around. Okay, there's also tassels, and I will definitely be adding one of these, at least one, to my planner. I'll probably sprinkle them out just to use them up. And then these are the puffy stickers. So you got more numbers if you needed to add any more numbers, and then just lots of word puffies mostly, and then little icons that you can use almost like enamel dots to sprinkle around and decorate your pages. And her sticker book. You know, I'm just going to pull these right out of the plastic, and then we'll go through them. So give me one sec. All right, so there are 8 pages of cardstock stickers. They are matte finish. So lots of, we got little tabs, images, oops, decorative icons, gold and black stars, super fun. Oopsies. Words. More words. And more fun icons, and then a whole lot of labels. So that's awesome. That's like a ton of stickers right there. I also got the embellishment pack. I got both embellishment packs. So this one is the labels and journaling embellishments. Just grab that. So let's unload these into a little container. That way it's easy to sort of flip through and see what we have. Keeps them front of mind when I'm building my pages and whatnot. So lots of great words, and journaling tags, and labels, and frames. I might just pull that one out to put on my front cover. And then there's some bigger ones back here. So just lots and lots. That's fun. We always get a real tree, so I have to remember that one for, oh, there's another frame, for when we go and get the tree. And there is a whole page in her collection that has graphics of envelopes, and so this one's got a slit cut in it, so you could actually tuck things in there. Ooh, I like that too. So many fun tags there. Okay. And then I've also got the ephemera. So this is a whole lot of images and icons. Where were we? Husband had a call and was very loud, so I took a brief break there. Back to flipping through the icons. So these guys, little houses, look, the windows pop out. How fun is that? And we've got greenery, lots of different greenery, mittens, oh, a gnome, more tags, lots more greenery, so you can make all sorts of add all sorts of decorative elements to your pages. These are fantastic in the Christmas spirit. Ooh, hot chocolate. So lots and lots there. Joy. Oh, what fun. More, even more little bits of like holly and whatnot. So that's the ephemera. What else do we have? We've got the words. So puffy words, some phrases with some gold and black images and icons. And we've got the letter stickers. So these have a gold finish in kind of a stripy pattern with a white border and then the little black outline. Okay, so those are all the embellishments I'm going to be using. I've also got 2 different pads of paper. Now I chose to get the 12 by 12 pad of paper instead of individual sheets of paper. And I will explain that as we go through the pad, because there's actually more designs, more patterns in the pad of paper than there are on the individual sheets. So it's kind of you know, more bang for your buck. So this is the 6 by 8, and you can see all the gorgeous patterns here. Perfectly sized for the binder. Ooh, how fun is that? Or to put on cards or tags. So patterns like this don't show up on her individual 12 by 12 sheets of paper. Love all the tags. Journaling blocks. Little decorative like border elements. And now we're back at the beginning. So we got a 2 repeat. So what do you have here? You've got 36 sheets. So 18 double-sided designs times 2. And the 12 by 12. So some of these will be the same from the 6 by 8. And then some are different. Isn't that gorgeous? Big frame. So obviously pages like this or papers like this are not going to work in my 6 by 8 album. But I will still make 12 by 12 layouts about Christmas, so it'll work there. And I can use the back as for whatever I need. And there's lots of sort of single color patterns in the 12 by 12 that are great for matting photos. This is the page I was talking to you about, where it's just a whole lot of envelopes. And then I made some cards where I just cut out the envelope and then put a little slit in, and then you can slip tags in there. Christmas words. This is the same as on the front of the album. This is super fun. All the little houses with the numbers in them. So you could use this if you didn't want to use chipboard numbers in your album. If you thought this might make it too bulky, you could cut these out and use those as your day numbers. Pretty snowflake pattern. Just so many gorgeous patterns. I mean, as soon as I saw this book, all the papers, I knew I needed it. And then a giant sheet of tags, and then with the sort of blank ones on the back. Journaling blocks you can cut out. Another page you cut apart, and more numbers you can add to your pages. And then we're back at the beginning again. So this is what I'm going to be using to create my album this year. So now I am going to pull some bits and pieces and create a little embellishment for my front cover. And that's basically all I will do to prep my album for this year. And then you guys will get to see each page as I make it. It'll go up on our store's Insta stories. And hopefully I will be able to blog it as well on my blog. I'm not making any promises because life is just chaotic right now. So, okay. Thank you so much. And I will be back so we can put this front little bit together. Okay, I have sort of a vague idea, which is generally where I start with things. So I've taken three pieces of paper from the 6x8 book. This one with all the sort of wrapped presents, the red star pattern and the black check. And I am layering them up. I cut out one of the bow strips, and then I've taken some of those die cuts and I've layered them together. I've got some chipboard stars. I've got Believe in the Magic of December, which I kind of want to tuck in here somewhere. I'm happy with this. So I'm going to start sticking this together. And this is where it gets a little tricky because, you know, you got to do everything backwards. Now, I really like everything to stick really well, especially to like a slippery album like that. So I'm going to use my double-sided score tape, Be Creative tape, and I'm going to put a lot on here, and I will come back. I'll stick it to my album cover, and then I'm going to come back sort of a few days from now and see how well it's sticking. And I'm gonna build it on my desk first and then apply it to my album, because theoretically, once the album is finished, it could get a lot of handling, and this particular decoration, because it's on the front of the album, it's not protected. I want everything to be super duper stuck because I don't want it to come apart sort of later down the road. And I'm just layering things up. Now this one I had things tucked behind, so I'm not going to take off all my tape just yet. And I am definitely using more tape than I would if I was putting this in my regular album. And when I make pages in the album, I won't use this much tape, but because, like I just said, this is going on the front of my album, I want to make sure everything is really stuck down good. All right, try to remember how I had it. Something like that. And I want this one behind, so I'm going to put a lot of tape on the back of this one. If this amount of tape is giving you hives, then you know not to do this in your album. I think that's going to be tucked underneath there, so I'm not going to worry about the stem so much. You could also ink the edges if that is your preferred design method. I will say that if you're going to ink your edges on the outside of your album, be prepared to ink all the edges inside the album and everything. All right, put that there. And I think I had that over top of the frame. So it's time to get the frame stuck down. I've got a couple of little bits there that I could add in. I think I'll wait until I have it on my album and see how things are looking. I also want to make sure that I remember to put the year. that. I might pop that one up with some dimensional adhesive. And this is where you get to see just how much dimensional adhesive I like to use. If you've watched any of my videos, this will not come as a surprise. And because this is on the front cover, I definitely want to make sure that it's going to stay stuck. So I'm going to use a whole ton. It's okay though, I have a lot. That's probably good. All right. Okay, so then before I put all these other little bits and pieces in, I am going to make sure that I get my year, and I'm going to use my letter stickers here. These are chipboard, so I will likely need to add extra adhesive to them. I'm just going to sort of loosely place them in here. And I am now out of twos. That's all right. See if they will fit along here. They will once it's on my album cover. That'll be just fine. And then on here, I've got the word December. This likely won't need additional adhesive. I'm going to get that one in place. Sometimes these can be a little finicky. Just take your time. So I'm going to tuck it in underneath my poinsettia here. Okay, so I think it's time to get this onto my album. So we can start peeling up all these guys. I'm trying to make sure that I am staggering everything nicely. So I'm not purposefully trying to line up edges with anything. Make sure everything is well stuck down. And then I can add some extra glue to these guys and get them on. And I can tuck it right under there, sitting on top of my green banner. Oops, got a little bit of leakage there. Drippage. Perfect. Okay, so now I've got this one shot of, well, I mean, I've got black in the background, but this is a really dark shot of black. So I have these stars. I think this one's too big, but I can put the other ones something like this. And then I brought in this, but I don't know if I actually need it. I was going to cover this little bow with the big one. Ah, go on. Why not? I'm not going to pop it up though. I'm going to keep it flat. Let's give it plenty of adhesive. And the stars are chipboard, but like with all, I just like to add extra adhesive to chipboard in general. And if it's going to be on my front cover, for sure, it's going to need some extra adhesive. So, oh, they are not stickers. Look at that. Thought they were. Perfect. Let's get some adhesive on these guys. Up in the corner. And then this one can go down in the bottom corner. Now, question is, do I need any more of these little bits of greenery? Quite like that. And then I had this as well. So let's see if I can, if this will fit in. Now, you know what? I'm going to leave that one for another page. Yeah, I'm going to stick that one in, but I'll leave the poinsettia, and this one is going to go up on Pop Dots. So we can just kill this sheet. I just had a couple of sheets left over from another project, so the purpose for me anyways of this front cover is to kind of introduce the colors, the patterns, motifs, and the sort of style that the rest of the album will reflect. So I've got the gold, I've got black, I've got all the different sort of colors and patterns that you're going to see in the album. What I've only got this little shot of gold though, so I think I might want to bring in some more. And I've got these puffy stickers. So these, I've got a couple of branches here. So I think I will bring in, because I can tuck them in here. Let's find a sort of natural spot for them maybe. Like that. This is the beauty of having things popped up. You can put things into gaps. So, and then I think I will need a little bit up there. What else do I have? I've got some, they kind of, wow, they kind of look like splotches. I think they're supposed to be, maybe, well, I was gonna say holly, but I don't think that they are. I do have the stars. I wonder if I can use the stars on here. Just putting it there lightly and see if I like it. And then I have any little ones. All about the same size. So let's see here. Nope, I think that's overkill. So I'm going to take those off, put them back on the sheet for another time. And I think this is where I'm going to leave it. Okay, so that is the front cover of my December 22 album, ready to go. And then I can start adding in pages and notes, and photos, memorabilia, tickets, any, I know my daughter has a band concert, so the program will go in there, all sorts of things. All right, so thank you for joining me. If you are doing a December album, then please let me know in the comments. And look for my pages on my own personal blog. Links are in our Instagram profile. And yeah, let's do this thing. All right, thanks. Bye-bye.